listen, Tyler Adams, maybe he's not 100% yet, but his counterpart in that midfield certainly looked 100% tonight, and that was Edson Alvarez. Edson Alvarez had a man-of-the-match performance. It wasn't just the goal. He was everywhere today. And it wasn't just this game. Beginning of the games of this Gold Cup, he played center back. He's played in the midfield. He's played with different partners. He's the same Edson that the U.S. or the Mexican national team fans have been accustomed to, a guy that dominates physically and defensively his position. What did you see of Edson Alvarez in this game?
I agree with you, not only in this game, but I think throughout the tournament. I think we knew that the Mexican side had more of what is going to resemble potential World Cup squad. You still need, I think, in any circumstance, in any tournament circumstance, you need the players, your star players have to show up. They don't have to necessarily be superstars, but they have to be your marquee players. And Edson Alvarez was that player. That's why I was really happy about Chris Richards on the U.S. side. He was that player for them. Some other players didn't quite do it, but give Alvarez a ton of credit. He was in a position, didn't have maybe the season he would have liked this year for West Ham. So fantastic that he does that for the Mexican national team, and then they'll really want him to have a good season next year going into the World Cup, because he's crucial.
You've seen him at the club level. What happened to him this year at the club level? Why couldn't he put it together? And why do you think he's putting it together now?
You know what happened to him was West Ham. I mean, look at who's had a great season there? I mean, look, he came under David Moyes, I think. Then Lopetegui was total disaster.
Yeah.
Graham Potter hasn't been good when
clicked
it hasn't clicked just
He plays
yet.
higher up the field
so
with
I
Graham
think,
Potter as well.
You know, David Moyes recognized what he's got, and you know, for the most part, he was very good there. But he came here and he was terrific. I think you could see he was a leader, right? You could see that. You know, the confidence, but almost as if he said from the get-go, from the first game, this is my team, this is my midfield, right? And the commitment, the tackles. Remember the sliding tackle late in the game
in the box.
In the box. I mean, he was everywhere. Obviously, in that first game, he was moved to center back. So I think Javier Aguirre understands how good he is. He probably first thing he came to him and said, listen, you're my man. You're my man in the center of the pitch. You've got to keep the rhythm. I know what you can do. Do your best. I trust in you. I don't know if those words came out, but it seemed to me that this was a player full of confidence coming off, as you've mentioned, pretty average season.
But it's also, I think, a Javier Aguirre Mexico side that isn't going to overwhelm you with fancy midfield and dynamic runs and all this kind of stuff. So they've almost said, we know we don't have that aspect. So we have to make sure we're well organized and we're really good at the back. And when you have somebody playing as well as Alvarez is for the national team right now, to your point, Janusz, and saying, hey, go be that general for me, either defensive midfield, and if you have to slide back at center back at times, great, but he looked to have taken that role really well.
And you know also why I think, because, you know, and I didn't pay attention to him, Herc, as you know, so I'm going to be honest here. Marcel Ruiz, very smart, very intelligent, almost, I don't want to say I like, you know, but those two interchange
they complement each other.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they're both box to box. I mean, they
Marcel
can defend.
he's got finesse to his game.
He's got finesse, got intelligence, right? Distribution. Alvarez has that as well, but I mean, they're both box to box. They feel comfortable defending and taking the ball away, but they also feel comfortable carrying the ball, distributing the ball as well. So you have two players that I think, by the looks of it, they enjoy playing with each other very much.
When they complement each other, but I would say probably Ruiz goes a little more further forward, knowing.
And you want that.
But also knowing that you have
but they both
that stabilizing factor of Alvarez.
You know what I learned about Edson Alvarez this tournament is the man is a set-piece monster. Mexico was a team that didn't do well on set pieces, defending or attacking. This was the 5th goal that Mexico has scored off of a set piece. Edson's been directly involved in 3 of those. An opening day against the Dominican Republic, he scores 1 goal, has another that literally hits off a header off of Cesar Montes' shoulder. They give it to Montes, and he scores here. This is a man that's showing up. That's what I learned from him.